Hello, this is Adam with DreamMade Productions. This video is made possible by the very kind donations of viewers like you. Thank you. If you are in a position to help this channel improve quality and grow, please visit my Patreon page at www.patreon.com/DreamMadeProductions, linked below.
It is the 31st century, and mankind is once again at war. The battlefields of the future are dominated by huge robotic war machines known as battlemechs.
Hello. This is something of a side tangent on my BattleTech story. As I said at the beginning of all this, my journey in the 31st century started with Mechwarrior I on a suspect 3.5-inch disc. The first official product I owned was Mechwarrior II, a classic by any measure. One of the very best things about those old big box PC games was the goodies they came with. Some had posters, others had catalogs with other games. Then there were the instruction books. Back then, it was much more of a big deal than documentation today's games come with. Well, if you get anything at all. Of course, it's going to cover how to install and run the game. But back then, it was so much more. While going through some old boxes, I found some instruction guides to my Mechwarrior games. After posting some pictures on my Discord, it seems people want a closer look. If you would like to access my Discord, just $1 a month gets you access where I hang out with my supporters, as well as other YouTubers who have been known to crash the party from time to time. Anyway, let's look at the Mechwarrior II book. This one is super awesome. It is full of in-universe notes and sketches. It is packed with little snips of lore. Sure, you won't be getting a reference book out of it, but there are little bits. I like the sketch on page 14 on what is supposed to be a Manticore tank. Also, the images of weapon systems on page 32 and 33. I don't know if the art was created specifically for this PC manual or was an art asset reuse, but for me, it was the first time I saw details of such weapons, even though they are a little small for my eyes these days. I do think it is worth noting how advanced this game really tried to be. It has options for throttle, joystick, pedals, and most notable of all, VR headsets. That's right, the VR fad did not start with the Oculus. People were trying this stuff in 1995. Man, that headset looks uncomfortable. Appendix D even serves as a mini technical readout, combining 3050 and 3055 TROs. It also uses unseen art. The last time we would see it in a PC game. The 2Cs use the standard inner sphere unseens as a base instead of the art from the 3055, except the Rifleman 2C, which is more based on the unseen 2C design. This was the book I spent the most time with as a kid. I saved up all summer to buy this game, and my dad's 486 running a 66 megahertz just could not handle it. It would be years before I would really get to play through the game. I bet if I could go back and check, I might have spent more time reading and rereading this manual than actually playing the game. I would get a copy of the Ghost Bear's Legacy years later. It also came with a book, but far less effort went into this one. Don't get me wrong, it serves its purpose to get the expansion installed, but gone are all the little sketches and notes. Still, they did give us lore. Page 1 has an introduction to clan history, and most of the book is the mini TRO. Very cool since they included far more inner sphere designs. Of course, the unseen art of the Incubus and Stone Rhino make me smile. I had a copy of Mechwarrior Mercenary somewhere. A great game and one I really enjoyed. Unfortunately, it's just gone. Maybe it will show up at some point, and if it does, I'll try to throw up a follow-up video. I've said it before, and I'll say it again, Mechwarrior III is my favorite Mechwarrior game. The graphics were just beautiful at the time, and in ways still holds up today. Well, okay. At least compared to Mechwarrior II and IV. Anyway, Mechwarrior III comes with 2 books. The first is mostly just an instruction manual. There is a little lore in there, a little intro to the light horses written in universe as a memo, followed by a little primer on the history of the Inner Sphere, clans, and the events leading up to Task Force Serpent. Plus a little bit about mechs and military structure for both the Inner Sphere and the clans. Finally, we have a little in-universe memo from FedCom providing a few details on Clan Smoke Jaguar in particular. I particularly like the excerpt from the Remembrance. After that, it's mostly a game manual. We do get a weapons table on page 43, but no little notes and just very basic lore. A bit disappointing, but there's a whole other book. The second book is a technical reference book, or Mechwarrior III flavored TRO. Well, kind of. Clearly the focus is the PC game, not the lore or BattleTech game. But each mech has a page of its own, including stats, a little lore blurb, and different views of the mech based on the game's models. The final page has a little snip on each vehicle in the game. Overall, the 2 books are nice. I would have liked more, but not bad. I don't have Pirate's Moon. I wanted it back in the day, but I was a broke college student who lived off scrap dough at the time. I have played some of Pirate's Moon. Well, to me, it's just lacking something. Maybe it's because I was rushed at the time I played it. I do one day want to get back and give it the time it deserves. Mechwarrior IV was the grand relaunch of Mechwarrior. Microsoft decided to go all in with Mechwarrior IV. It is a great game and one that enjoyed expansions and upgrades that kept the game alive and going. The instruction book for Mechwarrior IV is a return to Mechwarrior II. It is packed with in-universe hand notes and bits of lore. The sketches are back and in a big way. Like other Mechwarrior games, there is a little TRO section, again based on the PC game. I really like how some of the mechs are just hand sketches. The use of the game models, well, it makes sense, but I just don't like the Mechwarrior IV models as much as the Mechwarrior III ones. We get little pictures of weapon systems and just tons of handwritten notes. Totally cool. The game got a big expansion with the Black Knight Legion. Not to be confused with the Black Knight's Independent Military Command. Just putting that out there. Anyway, it too came with a small manual. It starts off good, a memo where your character, Eric McClare, got kicked out of the AFFS for, well, acting heroically? Maybe it's my Fed son's bias. Corruption is everywhere after all. Anyway, it's written in universe and is great. Most of the book is the little TRO, which is good, but gone are all the handwritten notes. Gone are all the sketches. It's fine, I guess, but a little sad after the great job they did with the Mechwarrior IV base book. Well, that's all the Mechwarrior books I have for you at the moment. They were awesome books that gave you more than the installation instructions. Before I go, I do have one little bonus for you. With those Mechwarrior books was one other PC manual, and although unrelated, I thought it might be worth looking at. A lot of people know only Skyrim. Some people will recognize Oblivion or maybe the Elder Scrolls name. What I have here is the instruction book for Daggerfall, Elder Scrolls II. I won't go into Elder Scrolls at the moment. That is a whole other can of worms. I just thought I'd flip through this book. It's 90 pages and packed full of info about the massive game, as well as art and some lore. Well, that's what I've got for you at the moment. These old PC games kept me in the cockpit of a battle mech for many hours. Whatever people say about the new Mechwarrior games, I am glad they are around to continue making fans. Let's face it, there are fans out there who are into BattleTech that would not be if their only exposure was a tabletop game. I'd like to again shout out my Patreon supporters on my Discord. I was just going to pack this stuff up, but when I posted a few pics, well, people got excited. I hope you have enjoyed my little trip down memory lane. For those of you wanting a more detailed look, see the video linked for the raw page-by-page footage along with a little music. Thank you again for giving me the opportunity to entertain you. And as always, I hope you enjoy the battle reps that are to come. Hello, this is Adam with Dream Made Productions. Thank you for watching my content. It really means a lot that you have given me the chance to entertain you. If you would like to support the channel, please visit my Patreon at patreon.com/DreamMadeProductions, linked below. Also below is a link for PayPal, or links if you would like to send crypto, if that's more your thing. Please know any amount that you give will be cherished and used to upgrade equipment and improve the channel. You can also help the channel by subscribing, turning on notifications, liking, commenting, and sharing my channel with anyone you think might be interested. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you enjoy the battle reps that are to come.